Hi, and welcome to the next episode of Belly to Belly. And today we're talking about going global preparation. And we're joined by Neil Curran from CrossBorder Logistics. Welcome, Neil.
Thank you. Hi, Bill. Thank you for having me today. Appreciate
And
it.
you're in Southampton in the UK. How's the weather there today?
It's not so sunny Southampton today, but hey, it's good weather for the end of October, so can't complain.
Brilliant. So we're going to be, both of us, 3 weeks from today at Going Global. You'll be we're both speaking, we're both exhibiting, and so what we're trying to do in this quick session here is to give folks a sense about your business, about CrossBorder Logistics, and what you do specifically to help UK companies go international. And would you mind sharing a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So CrossBorder Logistics, ultimately we're a freight forwarding and logistics company specialising in the international movement of goods by ocean, air, courier and road. Our goal is to try and simplify the international supply chain for clients as businesses looking to go global. And we do that by acting as an intermediary or a single point of contact between our client or a business looking to expand and other sort of carriers like ocean carriers, airlines, and also other global country authorities such as customs and authorities and so on. Expansion, it can be daunting for a lot of businesses, and if it's not something you've done before, there can be a lot of complexity, which can cause a lot of confusion and put people off. So that's why we think it's important here at CrossBorder Logistics to hold our clients' hands, ensure that they are aware of what is required of them as a business and what is required of their products to expand internationally. Whether that's a little bit of advice on compliance or tax, or whether it is the physical movement of their goods and preparing the documentations that are relevant to their business and their product for customs export, customs import entries.
That's fantastic. And are there certain industries that you specialize in?
We work with a multitude of different businesses. We don't focus on one specific sector, although one of the sectors that we do see more heavily involved in is e-commerce. We have a history of working with e-commerce sellers and businesses who have been very successful in their own marketplace, whether that be the UK or whether that be elsewhere in the world. And they're now obviously looking to expand, sell their product on new marketplaces globally. So, we have a good history of helping e-commerce sellers expand. But as I say, there's no one fit for us. We do all sorts of different products and businesses.
Fantastic. And so going global is certainly an event that we're kind of both investing in, but why for you all in particular is it an important event? Why did you choose to go to Going Global?
It's actually our first time exhibiting at Going Global. I'm really looking forward to it. And for me, it's just a great opportunity to be face to face again with people who share the same interests as me. I'll get a real buzz from speaking to business owners, whoever's working in that business, whether they're just starting their journey and looking at expansion, or whether they've already done it and they're looking to simplify or change aspects of their supply chain. It's just great to be in a room with those people and just understanding what their needs are and hopefully imparting a bit of my 20 plus years experience on them to help them gain that confidence or that experience or that knowledge to take the leap if they're new to it and really go global. And I think it's important this year as well to attend Going Global because a lot's happened since it was last live. obviously we've had the pandemic, but obviously as well from a logistics customs perspective, in Europe we've had Brexit, where the UK, we're no longer part of that sort of trade union, so there's whole new customs borders and boundaries and requirements, and I think that in itself is a good reason to attend and hopefully educate and make people who are considering going global more comfortable in doing so, and helping make them a success overseas.
Fantastic. Oh, what a great, I really like that response. So kind of a last topic area, which is, thinking about the companies that are going, some are very experienced at going to trade shows and others less so. Are there some suggestions that you have for folks that are going to get the most out of going global?
I think to really use the exhibition as a learning tool. I think it's important to do your research beforehand before you actually visit. So, go on the website, look through the exhibitor list, determine what your business actually needs and requires to expand globally if you're looking to do it for the first time. Is that a freight provider, a tax provider, a translation provider? Find out who you want to talk to, and then I think it's also a good idea to write down or know some of the questions beforehand that you want to ask them, so you can really benefit from those conversations when you're face to face at going global. And I think it's
was there something else?
There was, yes.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to, and also I was just going to finish with, don't necessarily wait until the show to engage with those exhibitors. Touch base with them beforehand. Introduce yourself so that when you do get face to face, you already have an understanding and an introduction to each other's businesses, so you can really benefit from that time on the stand. But I think most importantly, just enjoy the show, have fun. Everyone's there for the same reason. We're all there to try and help everyone else expand globally, make it as efficient and as successful as we possibly can for everyone.
Oh, that's really good advice. And I think the idea of pre-contact, so that at the event itself, you're having second level conversations as opposed to, preliminary and introductory. So that's great. So one last question, which is, it's something, we do trade shows as a business. So we every week we're in different trade shows. And one thing I've noticed since COVID is a fair amount less people are carrying business cards, and instead they offer a QR code and so on. What are your thoughts about that? How do you carry business cards? Do you think they're important, or would you rather not? And QR codes are fine.
I'm quite old school in that regard. I love a business card. I have my own business cards. I think yes, I get as we move forward, technology will play a key part in that, and it's something we should look at incorporating going forward. But at the moment, I don't think there's really one size fits all model when it comes to technology. And from my perspective, there's nothing better than handing someone your brand, whether that's a card, a flyer, a brochure, whatever. Physically handing someone your brand, in my opinion, is still the best thing you can do, because in a week or two's time, and after the show, someone's thinking, oh, who was that I met that I want to engage with again? They're probably not going to remember your name if they've met 2, 3, 4 dozen people at a show. And then they're scrolling through their phone looking at names. Whereas I think, CrossBorder Logistics, they're the ones with the bright orange logo. and then they see my business card and they know that's me. So, you know.
Neil, you and I are going to get along well. Yeah. Well, I mean, when else will someone accept your brand? And I'll tell you, one of the weird experiences we're having is people offer you their QR code, but the funny thing is they're all going to different apps. So, you know, the first person, it goes to their LinkedIn. The next person you meet, it goes to the show app. The next person you meet, it goes to, you know, their WhatsApp. I mean, it's all over the place. So the next day you have no idea, you know, who you met, and then you have no ability to sort of associate notes with that because everything is distributed all over the place. So, old school paper, you know, even carry a pen with you and write on it.
That's right. The importance of taking notes as well, that can't be underestimated. I mean, that is huge to exhibitors, attendees, to really grasp the understanding of what each of you want and so on.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, you know, as you said, when you meet 2, 3, 4 dozen people, it becomes really difficult to remember the details or next steps or actions that you promised you would do. Without an easy way to record that. So no, thank you for playing along. It was I think ultimately, you know, our job here is to help people get the most out of the process. So I think that was great advice you gave. So Neil, thank you so much for taking the time, and we're 3 weeks away. I can't wait to meet you there. Hopefully there's a cold refreshment somewhere in our future, and we get to chat some more. So, well, thank you again.
No, it's been a pleasure, Bill. Thank you for having me today.
Fantastic. Cheers.